Didn't flush? I even went on Reddit. People ask the same question. Welcome to the best YouTube channel in the world, and let's go! If you're here, you apparently got intrigued by the topic of this YouTube video, right? And thank you so much for coming, because this video is absolutely about different topic. I'm joking. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later, but welcome if you don't know me. I'm talking about everything, anything about cultures, and this is the best channel you've ever been to. It's winter in Canada. Gloomy. Depressing from time to time. Snowing. Pretty rarely, by the way. But you know what? I'm a snowbird. I'm created to live in warmth, in beautiful sunny weather. But something went wrong. I was born in a very cold country. Therefore, every winter I'm dreaming about leaving this country. Don't get me wrong. Snow is great. It's amazing. It's a Christmassy vibe. I don't even know how you can celebrate Christmas on New Year without snow. Somewhere in Australia, drinking cocktail on the beach? This is so horrible. Well, but I did notice that thanks to the global warming, somehow winter in Canada, at least these 3 winters I've been here since my first time, somehow they are not very cold, but they are extremely gloomy and depressing. And I don't know about you, but I do impacted by weather pretty significantly. If it's gloomy a couple of days in a row, don't even talk to me. I'm very angry. As a fresh immigrant to Canada, of course, 2 years were occupied with looking for a job, trying to adjust to this life here. The market is not great here. The immigration is also kind of in a bad situation, blah, blah, blah. A lot of not very pleasant things happening. Oh no. So that was very tough, just to sum it up. So I stayed every winter here. I was trying to entertain myself, even started making TikTok. Yes, welcome to check it out. Unfortunately, not very famous. Well, that's a temporary thing, of course. But this time, after 2 years, relatively kinda settled down here in Canada. So what did I decide to do? I decided to go to Florida, because I know that many locals go either to Arizona, somewhere like Phoenix, or Florida. Well, if you are maybe rich enough, you could go to Hawaii. So as a typical Canadian who is not Canadian, I decided to part ways with the city just temporarily for a couple of days, 5 to be precise. Because my body, my soul, my hair, my skin, everything was craving sun and healing. Well, I didn't get that. I did get some sun, but no swimming, unfortunately. Did I cry? No. Was I a bit frustrated? A little bit. And somehow I noticed there is this interesting tendency that I'm having coming to different countries, but it's again and again. It's like no matter how much research you do, somehow you go to a new place and a couple of days you will just be overspending. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Probably because you're still not very familiar with the area. You still try to research things, and somehow I noticed that I would go to this place and I would overpay for this food, or I don't know, I would overpay for taxi or whatever it is. It just happens. And you know, I always feel bad about it, because like I think, okay, I decided to come here. I did a preliminary short research, and I also don't want to overspend too much money. I came for nature, for the sun, for the ocean, for the breeze, for the sea soaked air, and then I'm overspending and I get angry at myself and I start overthinking. But then I think, well, this is the trip. I came here. Yes, you may spend money, and that's how it works. When you are staying home, you're cooking by yourself, thanks to North America and the prices here, and you are trying to be very relatively frugal and all that stuff, but don't be hard on yourself, especially in many situations where there is no control, or yes, it can happen due to human error. Yes, I'm a human, I'm not a robot, and this is absolutely fine. So the sponsor of today's video is don't be too hard on yourself. Life is already very hard. Mwah. Do you think it's a failure Do you think it's a big, epic fail that I wasn't able to stay here in winter? I gave up. I went to a different country because I needed some warmth. Failure or not, I don't care. The point is, it was also a failure. Why? Because the weather in Florida was cold and they don't even have heating what they have here in Toronto. So actually the last couple of days I was thinking how I want to go back to this amazing, the best city in the world and the center of Canada. So now you know what happened. The weather was unsatisfactory, so we went to a different country. Unfortunately, the weather was unsatisfactory as well. Mwah. For your information, from the 5 days I was staying there, I was able to swim in the ocean only for 1 day. And by the way, there was a yellow flag, meaning the surf was actually pretty high. And there was a purple flag. Do you know what it means? It means a stinging marine life. For example, man o' war. I've seen like numerous man o' wars on the beach. That's when I realized that I'm actually a little bit scared to go into the water. No stingrays and sharks, good thing. Amazing city if you have money. We went to Fort Lauderdale in Florida. Nice weather, still better than in Canada. Good for swimming, no, unfortunately. Made a mistake, but this is a lesson to be learned, guys. I was actually somehow planning to go in February. But because I was busy, it was after work, so I randomly started going, checking YouTube, checking Google flights and everything related to traveling, trying to find the best deal because I am the best deal finder. And somehow from February I started checking January. I sent link to my friend and we got the tickets, and only later I realized that there was mistake. And instead of February, we are going in the coldest month in Florida. Winners are always winning. But you know what do I think? I think that it's always better to go anywhere, because if there is a chance for me to go no matter where, I would choose to go any country, any city in the world, even the most boring city in Canada, because I do believe that traveling is something that helps you learn things the fastest. It definitely helps you to see things from a different perspective, to increase their knowledge no matter about what, even about water in Florida and why it is yellow. And if seriously, it's definitely changing you as a person, because you are meeting new people, you are seeing new things, you are seeing how people are living. Maybe they are doing something differently. You start to realize that this is absolutely normal. There are different ways of doing the same thing. There are different ways to talk about the same things. There are different ways to name the same things, even within one country. And this is beautiful. That's the beauty of this world. And to better understand other people, you definitely have to go and see them, observe, see other places. Fort Lauderdale is definitely like this perfect small city, very clean, very neat. The water is great, beautiful. People are polite. Well, sometimes not, but it's in any country in the world. Due to the lack of research and being a little bit unattentive, chose maybe the wrong timing, but honestly I don't regret. Did I get tan? No. Did I swim enough? No. But did I learn about a new place? Did I go to a new state? Yes, I did, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, I know you are curious. You are curious because the title of this video was Don't They Flush? Don't people in Florida flush? Florida flush? They do. So we entered our beautiful Airbnb. Check it out here. beautiful and affordable because we are young people, we are trying to save money. Mwah. Especially considering that the dollar is already not the best comparing Canadian dollar comparing to the US one. So yes, we are there in this beautiful Airbnb, and somehow I go to the washroom and I'm thinking, actually the apartment is pretty clean, but somehow did they forget to flush the washer? Well, that's kind of unpleasant. Okay, then I did flush it and I went to do other stuff, right? And then I come back and I see that the water is still yellow. Well, and then I went on Reddit and I saw that people are talking about the same thing and they also had the same thought as I did. But turns out that the water in Florida is yellow, partially due to the limestone and also due to the purification methods that do not eliminate some minerals that actually help the color to look maybe not the most beautiful color in the world when it comes to water, but it is what it is. I did read that it is safe, but to be honest, I didn't drink it. We decided to buy water from the store just in case, because I watched Erin Brockovich movie and I am pretty cautious. So now you know that yes, Florida and people there do flush in the washrooms and the water is just yellow and the reason is pretty clear. This topic is over.